Peace, everybody. What's good? It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams, and you and I were tuned to True Media Today USA Boxing. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, everybody, look, check this out, man. You know, some disturbing news. My main man, Anthony Peterson, fight has been canceled. He were supposed to appear and fight on the fight card. You know, I've been promoting this fight pretty much heavy on my show. That Anthony Peterson, we did a great, phenomenal interview with Anthony Peterson. Hell, that interview got over 40,000 views right now. You know, y'all check that interview out whenever you get time. He's supposed to be fighting on Tank Davis' undercard. Lamont Peterson is still fighting tonight. Lamont is still fighting tonight, but Anthony Peterson is going through some issues with management. So that's the reason why that fight hasn't happened. And the PBC just canceled his fight because of whatever the reason may be. His old manager, whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hearing. His old manager, you know, did something to the point to where now the PBC just canceled his fight. You know, this man really, you know, I feel so bad for Anthony Peterson because he's been going through a lot of stuff as it relates to management. And this is what I tell you guys, man. The politics of boxing is something else. When you see a lot of fights not happening, now, of course, I'm not saying that Anthony Peterson is in a big fight. And he's been boxing for a long time, and he's never fought for a world title. Never. 38 years old, never fought for a world title. And I think he's 38, 37 or 38. And I think his record is like 38-1 or 37-1 or something like that. And he's never fought for a world title. I think he had like 40 professional fights. Somewhere around that point. Somewhere around there. Don't quote me on it. But you get what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff, man, you know, these fights don't happen. You know, it's crazy, bro, because when you're a fan on the outside looking in who really don't understand the inner workings of boxing, you know, you just assume that, oh, man, this fighter doing this fighter ducking, he doing this and doing that. Nah, man, I advise you guys to listen to the Adrian Broner interview when he was on Around the Way podcast. Around the Way podcast, where he talked about the actual power brokers in boxing. And man, listen, these power brokers, boy, they can make it to where a fighter life can be easy, or they can make it to where a fighter life is hard. So if you're a power broker, these power brokers in boxing, boy, they can make it to where you can get fights and where you can't get fights. And the fans don't never seem to understand that. They don't get that, oh man, it's the people that control this sport which determines which fight is going to happen, which fight is not going to happen. A lot of these fighters, I tell you guys, anytime you hear a fighter say they're their own boss, that's one of the biggest lies in boxing. There's no such thing as a fighter being his own boss unless that fighter is independent and he's not signed to a promotional company. But now, eventually, when you sign to a promotional company, you're not your own boss anymore. The promoter don't work for the fighter. The fighter works for the promoter. If anyone believes that the promoter works for the fighter, you know, give me an example of a promoter working for a fighter. You can't give me none. Because the fighter, once he's under contract, he's going to have to do what the fuck he's told. The fighter don't pay for his own fights. The fighter don't put the money up. The fighter don't pay for the insurance. You know what I mean? He don't put up the site fee money. He don't secure the venue. None of that stuff. He doesn't do any of that. He just signed and he do what he's told. You know what I mean? So that's exactly the way it is. Unless you're a Canelo who's in a position, Anthony Joshua, unless you're a Canelo or Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean, who really, you know, the power brokers in boxing really kind of kowtow to them because these guys are such a massive draw. Unless you're one of those guys, you know, you can forget it. Everybody else, sorry about that, guys. I got my hand over the camera. Everybody else, man, it's just a bunch of bullshit. So shout out to, man, to Anthony Peterson, man. I feel real bad for the brother. You know what I mean? You did all this damn training, and now, you know, he posted it on his Instagram as well. You did all this damn training, and now just to have your fight canceled the day before the fight, you know what I mean? To have your fight canceled the day before the fight. So there's a lot I know about the situation. I'm not really going to get too much into it. But Anthony Peterson will not be fighting on this fight card. And he wasn't even being shown on TV. PBC just canceled the fight. They just canceled the fight. So it is what it is, man. And keep your head up, fam. You know, we'll see exactly what's going on. We'll see, can you get some other fights? Hell, maybe you can get on that BOK Prime card. You know, fight card or whatever. I don't know, man. But whatever going on with your management that stop you from fighting, more than likely, if you try to do another fight, they're gonna try to do it again. Stop you from fighting again, which is really, really crazy. When, you know, for what I'm hearing, you're not even a manager this person doesn't even manage you anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm on the outside looking in. Anthony Peterson know his business better than anyone, and it is what it is. So once again, it's on. We do have the fight party going down tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. We will be watching that fight 9 o'clock. Y'all tune in, man. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. You know my motto. I'll see you guys tonight. Don't beat me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.